All right, so I can talk a little bit. I do have the some background noise possibly, so I have no idea if it's on, if it's coming through the stream or not. So someone tell me. But we're gonna be watching this game. I'll do some commenting, unless it gets too loud in the background. But BlackPhoenix is going undead. He's usually an orc for Beercraft, the human player. I have a feeling BlackPhoenix is just going to be doing what I've been seeing him do, kind of meme style or meme style. I don't know why I said meme. Boomer. But anyway, he's going to go DL. I have a feeling, just because I've seen him do it a few times now via voice chat. I haven't really seen Beercraft play though, so I don't really. I've seen a few of his games. I have no idea though how he's going to handle that. He knows how to handle that. Um, and who knows? Maybe Phoenix will switch it up. All right, good to see. Yeah. Yep. So it's probably going to be mass ghouls with DL, and then what he's going to do. And sorry, I'm trying to fix something at the same time. That's why the screen's not moving just yet. But what he's going to do is he's basically going to run around in circles and try and Karen swarm down all these peasants. At least that's what I anticipate. That's probably what's going to happen. This is kind of a interesting base build, with this big space. Usually they try and close that out. Um, but in a way, it's not that bad because if you look, God, why am I having so many problems? But anyway, if you look at this, he's got the scout tower upgraded to an arcane tower. He's going to be hopefully putting his peasants right behind it. So the DL will take some shots from it if he comes in to try and Karen swarm. Obviously, they won't die in one shot. I mean, that one will once he's level 3. And that was nice. I think he slept in surrounded. I missed it. He's going to go for the early expo. The idea is basically to get your own expo up and then just beat the crap out of all these peasants and just keep the human down. Basically, it was a lot more popular before CL got buffed. Side kind of made DL great again for a little while. That's a lot of wood peasants, I feel like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like 10. Yeah. And he's teching with it. He is going to use those to creep, though, while he pressures, which is not a bad idea. I think he's trying to get level 3. But it should be a sleep surround. No. He should still not get out. But Phoenix has to be careful. Oh, he let him out. All right. Phoenix has to be careful, though. He does not have a TP himself. However, this is great for him. This is the one good thing, though, for Beercraft. It is nighttime. He could just go right here. He could be healing, but he is not. So lumber mill and the blacksmith are going up. I'm curious if he is going to try and expo. Maybe at tier 2. I don't think you really need a lumber mill when you have so many peasants. He was just going to try and push or something, but if he's trying to counter expo or something, then you definitely need it. So the expo's gone up. Five acolytes. I thought there was 4 for a second. He started his tech. He's got plenty of ghouls. Could be creeping with some of those, so I'm sure he will soon. He's going to want level 3 before he starts his shenanigans. And actually, I talked all about Karen Swarm, but he's going to have to retrain into it because I guess during... Unless this was his plan, I'm not sure, but maybe he had gotten Vamp Aura. I didn't see when he got it, but I know he got Sleep first. So I don't know if that was in reaction to the early fight and his DL being so low that he got it, or if this was his plan all along. Because that's a dead ghoul. Unfortunate, but he has an expo. Not a big deal. He's probably used to his grunts with his, 700 life. But anyway, what I was saying is, it's awesome once you get like level 3 with your DL, then you can, especially when the expo kicks in, you go get like boots of speed, and you just run around in circles, and level 2 carry, and you can get like, especially with this item, Pendant of Energy. Once you hit level 2, you can get your mana pots, tier 2 I should say, you can get your mana pots, and with level 2 carrying, you can just start nuking down all the peasants. Okay, that's interesting. He was using that for militia creeping. But the problem is he's now going to have to buy a book of retraining at some point if that's his plan. Of course, I'm just presuming that's what he wanted to do. Maybe he is just going sleep, but sleep vamp, but not really sure. Let's see if he expos or if he sends the militia back. Staying tier 2, so I'm going with he's expoing. You can tell he's scared of that DL. 2 arcane towers is kinda never seen. He knows what possibly is coming. This is a interesting build placement as well. I don't know if there was a plan for that or if it was just let me put him down as quick as I can. Alright. So here comes the DL. He doesn't want to run in on that with the 2 arcanes, especially when there's this. He tried. That was a good try by Beercraft. I could see he was trying. He goes, "Oh God, I'm lined up. I need to separate my peasants." But by moving them, he was actually grouping them together, and this is what I mean: boots of speed, staff of telly, ended of energy. He's going to run in circles. He goes in Viz because if he wants to, he can run past these towers like over here and get a nice Karen Swarm one way or another. Or just run in, and he's trying to get all of it right now. He wants all of it. If he had waited a second, he would have gotten even more, but that was still worth it. And this is the problem when you're trying like tier 2 expo versus strat like this. You can just keep doing shenanigans like this. You might even want to consider, there we go, getting a tower up as quick as possible. At least make it so the DL has to take some pot shots from the arcane tower. Make him buy some mana pots, do something. And here comes the second part of this, where he's just going to go mass ghouls. He's going to try and probably get Ghoul Frenzy. He stays under 50 food, so he's massing up. Probably getting another crypt at some point, or whatever else he's planning on getting. Yep, even a 4th crypt. Honestly, you can get a 4th crypt. And there it is. I do this type of stuff occasionally. But I'm more of like an undead versus undead. If I get the expo up, then I just kind of... And if I went DL. I don't go DL that much anymore. or at all. But if you got the Expo up, you can just kind of keep batting down the other undead, and I think that was his idea. It's similar with human, but Beercraft is smartly getting some towers up. Once he sees its mass ghouls, he might even consider getting some farms or something in front of these. Let's see, is that what? Okay, there you go. Lumber mill. That's even better. I just thought farm because why not? But lumber mill has more HP. Takes longer to kill, especially when you're facing 2-1 ghouls. He's definitely going to need clap. He has to get out of here. This is crazy with Ghoul Frenzy. So the first part of this plan for Phoenix is Karen Swarm, get the economic advantage, be a pain in the butt. The second part of this is once his ghouls have Ghoul Frenzy, he's 2-1, he still only has one hero. He's going to get level 5. Then he's going to try and just keep picking off peasants, picking off riflemen, picking off whatever. He could, micro a little bit, but he's not. I think that was 2 dead ghouls. But anyway, what I was saying is he wants to get level 6 because Dreadlord's level 6 ultimate is freaking awesome. So it's a level 5 DL to a level 3 to heroes on the human side. So this is really not looking good for the human player. He needs that MK to get higher levels, but he also needs to ensure that he doesn't lose much to this stacked Dreadlord. It's kind of a meme strat, but at the same time, it works because people just don't know what to do. Beercraft has an idea. He's doing the right thing. He's like, oh, all these ghouls, like, I need to reduce the surface area. And he even got masonry upgrades. But I don't think he knows what to do with his actual army. He has these towers over here. He should, and you can see it here. Oof. He doesn't have a TP, but he's got to stay near the towers for sure. Because it's going to be level 6 soon. We're going to see it. We're going to see the ultimate for sure. But what I was saying is these ghouls also feed quite good experience themselves. So if you stay near your towers and get some last hits, you could get your hero levels up. But I think at this point, this is going to be a massacre right there. Level 6, he's going to drop it right there. Inferno. And we're going to see a good game. With a strat like this, it's all about not letting it get going. He had to stop that expo. Or at least slow it down to such a degree that it wasn't worth it. But, yeah, he did okay where, like, he was trying to kill the DL, and I understand that. It only had, like, 100 or 200 life, but he didn't get it done. So all that did was give BlackPhoenix time to get his expo up, which is exactly what he wanted. He just wanted time, because that's all he needed, time. Once he got level 3, then it was run around in circles. So just waiting on game 2. If I was Beercraft, I would certainly... Well, they've already picked the maps, and he didn't know this was coming. I'm not sure what the last 2 maps possibly are. We'll find out. I'm just waiting for a game name. Year 2. I'm not sure if it's actually Amazonia or not. I think that's like the standard map that it starts on just because, you know, A. But we'll find out. If it is Amazonia, that's actually weird. I mean, it's. I don't like this map. I don't know. Humans probably don't really. I guess it's alright map. But I was gonna say it's very bad for the strategy Phoenix is trying to do. There's nowhere for him to go to really creep. It's not easy for him to get an expo up either. So we'll find out. AZ was vetoed by Phoenix, of course, because he knows he can't get his expo up. Go figure. But I didn't see them. I don't know, what are the other maps, do you know? More work? I mean, we'll see in a second, but I'm kind of curious. And I know you're friends with Beercraft, so he might have told you. What map did you want? Thinking? Well, there's only 2. So. I mean, I presume they've actually did vetoes right. But who knows? I don't really care as long as everyone's happy, you know? We put in the rules, but if people agree to do something a little bit different, that's fine. As long as they, you know, go by the banned maps and all that. Yep. Fats, Russell. We got BlackPhoenix playing Undead. I think he lost more ghouls that game to creeps than to Beercraft, just because he kind of took it right from the start. And we're still waiting. I mean, if they've already done it, there's literally only 2 maps left. So, you know. Even if you win, you gotta deal with the 3rd one anyway. I keep minimizing because I'm trying to see if they're talking somewhere or what. Still nothing. TS. There's definitely ways to cancel the expo as the human player. You can stop an expo from going up for sure. So if he tries to do the same thing again, BlackPhoenix that is, I'm curious if he knows that humans like night elves can go for the shop, you know, especially versus something like if he goes DL again with sleep. You can go over here, then you can have your dispel, either for sleep or for the skellies. and you can run in. I mean, I'm curious if he's going to try and go MK, or what's he going to do, or if that's even his plan. I think Phoenix is, well, he's definitely sticking to ghouls, and generally this is going to be a later hero, which usually means Expo, and this map got a lot better for Undead once they put in the critters. There's going to be one like over here-ish or over here. So he can get his skellies up and run on in, especially with sleep. It's really easy to do. So it's more on Beercraft, I think, this game. On is he going to react appropriately? Or is he just going to try and expo himself? You know, that's another option. But Phoenix is going to have a quick tier 2. Excuse me, level 2 from this. It's not too hard to get level 3 on this map. And then he can start his shenanigans. So we got an Archmage. That's still fine. Sometimes, though, you do see MK being favored. Especially, you know, early game, water elementals versus ghouls that you can't even heal. Not bad at all. So it'll be, really the question is, what's he going to do after he takes this? Because I think we know what Phoenix is going to do. Let's see how he takes the creep too. I didn't see if he killed the critter over here, but he's definitely going to expo, you can tell. Alright, so in a way, it wasn't the cleanest, it wasn't the quickest. That's not the item he necessarily wants. You know, especially when you might be getting surrounded, you would love that invul pot. Okay, he's not pushing over. This is potentially scary again. So the expo started. He's building more peasants. He's got 3, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, did he only have... Ooh. I didn't even... Okay. It's the same. I was about to say, why did he just put another guy on gold? But I don't think he didn't have 4 mining, so it should be alright. Crystal ball. That's great to sell later. Looks like he's just going to try and counter Expo with Expo, which I guess works, but, you know, a little daring. I'm not sure about this, you know. I don't ever go early Expo in a matchup, but getting 2 Ziggs, it's going to delay his tech, that's for sure. He will have the wood necessary, though, to tech. Well, now he has it, but he's got to wait. So you can see, and Beercraft knows that he's going to be low on lumber. There's only 4 guys on lumber over here. And he wants towers. So it's going to be a pretty slow tech. In fact, the Undead's ahead with his tech. I'm a little bit... Yeah, I was going to say, he's not building more peasants. And he doesn't have that many on wood. and he is draining his wood. So Beercraft is definitely behind, I think. You see a lot, like, and I could be totally wrong with this, but I see a lot of humans that, like, if they wanted the early expo, they would, you know, they'll clear this out and then they'll run over here and try and stop this expo from going up, you know, or they'll go here, get the troll priest, and then run over here and try and stop the expo from going up. But instead, it was kind of the other way around. Phoenix took the expo and then said, well, I can now go over and stop you from expoing. And he was able to slow down. You know, he took out, what, a few ghouls, excuse me, a few militia that I saw with, you know, he picked off one or two. He used Karen Swarm, was only level 1, didn't do great damage, but it did damage. He's still just creeping. He's got level 4, which I guess is nice, but there's only limited amount of creeps on this map. And we know what he wants to do over here, Phoenix. He's only going to get one hero. So he's already only 2 levels away from being basically maxed. Beercraft, on the other hand, is creeping up his Archmage. And he's taking, like, valuable real estate, basically. Valuable creeps that he's probably going to really regret not having on his MK. That's the other problem when you're playing so laid back, you know? Good, this is good, if it works. I mean, I presume he's going for the Expo, but we'll see. He needs to keep, you know, even at this point, there's really not... He can get the MK up in level, but he's got to take, like, all these creeps with his MK. What did he just scout out? I'm not sure what he just... Oh, he's got 2 crystal balls. I didn't even notice. Alright, that was an interesting idea, but I probably would have saved it. Because you know a bunch of ghouls are about to come at you. So, definitely use it, but just wait. Nice micro. You're holding them back. Just let's see if he can save these. He can't, or he's not trying to, I should say. Okay, so he hasn't scouted this, but we're not going to get the same shenanigans. We're going to get a little bit different shenanigans in the form of Necros, probably Necro Wagon. It's going tier 3. Yep, Beat Wagon's coming. He has no idea this is coming right now. Towers are nice, but wagons are nicer. They might slow things down. He's not gonna have Dispel because he hasn't scouted. So looks like he wants to go like Knights because it's going tier 3. And Knights are alright, but you definitely want some Dispel when you're gonna be facing mass, well, sooner or later, mass Necros. Unless he sees the Knights with one of his crystal balls. No, he sold them ball. If he sees the Knights, then he may actually just turn around and start pumping out Banshees for possession. Wow. Okay. This is audacious. 3 Griff Averys, 2 Barracks. So he has 5 production buildings with 160 wood. So He's not going to be able to pump out all of this all at once. Griffins and Knights cost quite a lot wood-wise. Definitely has enough gold, that's for sure. But, yeah. Question is, he has no fiends. So if he actually gets any Griffs out, like any out, they'll kill the meat wagons very quickly, and then he can just pick off the Necros. He just has to watch out for the mages. They do quite all right, and you can even like cripple. Oh no. Okay, he's got a TP. With cripple, you can actually really pick off all of the griffins as well. So you need like mass amounts of them for it to work. This is why you generally, if you see the Necros, and I think at this point he should know they're here, you kind of want Priest. To be honest, I didn't see if he knows there was a Necro. I didn't see if it got close enough. So again, he may still not know. Phoenix's like total disregard for microing while he's creeping is like killing me, but it's also hilarious. And he's not even giving them time to get these griffins out. You'll have 3. At least some knights will be good. More life. Okay. And here we go. He's got to stop. He can't be aiming the mages. You really want your griffs to like fly around back, kill the meat wagons, because that's what's really sustaining this right now. I mean, now the ghouls are the dead bodies, I should say. 5 griffs, that's pretty damn good. Yeah, he's not getting fiends or anything. So he needs to come over here. He needs to just fly over, pick off these meat wagons, first and foremost. And then start going for the Necros and stay away from these mages. But instead, he's trying to literally fight through the one thing that Phoenix hopes he actually tries and kill. And that was level 6. Karen Swarm did damage, and now the Infernal. So Phoenix actually hit at an amazing time. A little while longer, and Beercraft would have had, what, 10? 9 Griffin Riders? That would have been a lot harder to hold off if he had aimed correctly. This game is basically over. By basically, I mean it is over. And that's a quick 2-0. So, BlackPhoenix goes undead, is off race. Channels his inner side, goes DL first, and is able to take a pretty convincing 2-0.